Hey guys, Song here. Yesterday, our finance minister announced the first Pakatan Harapan budget 2019. Now, today we are going to discuss what is the top 10 budget highlights. Number 1, changes on SST. The first one is called the credit system. Now, the customs realized that a lot of small manufacturers have to absorb the sales tax. Why? Because they are not registered and they cannot claim C1 exemptions. So what they do? So they say they will introduce a new credit system for sales tax deduction. At the same time, there are a lot of double tax happening in the service industries because service tax, there's no C1. So the customs say if this is a B2B services, certain services will entitle to a service tax exemptions. So we will have to wait and see. Number 2, service tax on imported services. Now we know during this regime, SST 2.0, the service tax only charged on local services. Imported services, there's no tax. So it's a huge loophole here. It's a huge hole. And they need to fill up this hole. So what customs mentioned and also the MOF, they say now moving forward from 1st January 2019 onwards, B2B services, imported services, you will have to pay service tax. How about B2C? Now, B2C will commence in January 1st, 2020. For example, Spotify, Steam, gaming one, and then also for your Netflix, etc. So these online services will have to pay service tax later on. Number 3, SME corporate tax. Now you know SME, when you are below 2.5 million, the tax, the first 500,000 is 18%. Now they reduce the 18% to 17%. Subsequent remain as 24%, but you get a 1% saving there. Number 4, Special Voluntary Disclosure Program. Yesterday, during the budget, the finance minister said if you have unreported income, you can always come forward to declare voluntarily. So they will have a concession given out. Now, this is the media release issued out by RB later after the announcement. So what they mention is, if you come forward during today, November 3rd until 31st March 2019, the penalty that you need to pay is 10%. If you come forward from April 1st, 2019 to 30th June 2019, then the tax on the penalty will be 15%. If you submit after June 2019, I'm sorry, then you have to go back to the normal penalty rate, which is 80% to 300%. Number 5, departure levy. Whenever you travel from Malaysia to overseas, you don't have to pay any levy. But effective 1st June 2019, you will have to pay a departure levy. If you go to an ASEAN country, you have to pay 20 ringgit. If you go to other countries, you have to pay 14 ringgit. So this departure levy only imposed when you take a flight, which you go out from Malaysia from an airport. If you go from a bus, if you go by a train, if you go by a ferry, then there shouldn't be any levy. Number 6, real property gain tax. Now the RBGT rate has been amended. Now everyone knows, oh, what is the best planning for RBGT? Don't sell your property. After 5 years, no tax. But that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. So what happened is, the government is going to impose, after 5 years, you still have to pay 5%. Now, non-citizen and non-PR used to pay 5% after 5 years. Same goes to the companies. Now, these parties will have to pay 10%. Number 7, stamp duty. Now, stamp duty used to be ad valorem stamp duty 1% to 3%. So the maximum will be 3%. Now they are going to impose a new ban. So the ban is going to be 4%. So any properties exceeding 1 million, you will have to pay 4%. Number 8, Labuan tax, which is Malaysian tax heaven. Everyone wants to go into Labuan because the tax rate is 3% or 20,000, whichever higher. But now they're going to remove the cap of 20,000. So the tax will be on 3%. which means a lot of companies will be hit and they might have to pay more tax. Number 9, mandatory EPF and tax incentive for hiring senior citizens and ex-convict. Now the government realized that when it comes to 2020, there will be 1 million senior citizens. So they have to solve this problem. So they encourage businesses to take them for work. So how do? They reduce the staff cost contribution. Number 1 is using EPF. So mandatory EPF, let's say after senior citizens, after 60 years old, you have to pay 6%. Now they reduce to 4%. Reduce the staff cost. At the same time, these employees can choose not to contribute to EPF, result in higher disposable income for them. At the same time, businesses who employ senior citizens, you are allowed to have a further deduction, but limit to 4,000 a month. Number 10, review of income tax relief. Now in the past, we know how much is our EPF relief, 6,000, including life insurance. So add up together, 6,000. But during this budget, they split them into two. So the EPF will be capped at 4,000, the life insurance is 3,000. So if you have both, means you are claiming 7,000 now. If you are like me, I have EPF, but I don't contribute or I don't buy life insurance, oops, then I have lost 2,000 EPF relief. That's all for today. Which one is your favorite? Just share under the comment, let us know which one is your favorite. This November, in collaboration with SQL, Dr. Chong Fat and myself, Song, we are going to run around Malaysia sharing the new budget 2019. So we'll talk about the new tax, we'll talk about the business opportunities, and any possible or potential tax planning. Join us in our workshop, get your registration link within the post itself, and I will see you guys there.